Nothing hurts worse than when you get your hopes up for something and you're really excited about something, and then when you finally get it, it just doesn't hit the way you want. Hey RV family, keep it tight. My name is Jay Morris, the review guy, review music for the love of music, and I'm back again to bring you another video. And in this one, I'm going to be covering the new Harakiri for the Sky record entitled Mare. This is the 5th studio-length album by the Austrian black metal and post-black metal band Harakiri for the Sky. This was one of my most anticipated records of the year, and I have stated that on numerous occasions, whether I was talking about how intrigued I was by these singles or how excited I was that they were coming back. Because while they are relatively popular in the grand scheme of things, Harakiri for the Sky has achieved that sort of mainstream success with post-black metal and the blackgaze movement alongside bands like Wolves in the Throne Room and Death Heaven and Alcest for a very good reason. They make some really good music. Harsh black metal that is mixed with grand atmosphere and post-rock and post-metal embellishments. Now that Maere is here, I have to say right off the bat, I am extremely disappointed with what I am hearing as an entire project, because I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely think that some of the singles don't even hit as good as they once did in comparison with just the whole record when you play it as a whole, which is almost an hour and a half's worth of material, and that's where the major issue with this record pops up. I enjoy these sections, I enjoy the chord progressions, I enjoy the riff styles, I like the atmosphere, I enjoy the vocals, but does this record not just feel like it is endlessly building up to something that is never fulfilled? This is like the embodiment of blue balls in a post-black metal record, and a prime example that longer doesn't necessarily mean better, and I didn't mean it in that way, but if you want to take it that way, sure. These tracks are long. They're very, very, very long. Some of these are literally like funeral doom metal lengths of tracks. And there are some beautiful moments on so many of these tracks, like the breakup on Us Against December Skies, and tracks like Once Upon a Winter or I'm All About the Dusk just showcase how good they are at blending atmosphere with heaviness. But I can't deny that this record is very low caliber in the grand scheme of post-black metal records. A lot of the ideas here feel a little bit half-baked, feel a little bit iffy, feel like they could have been fleshed out more, feel sort of basic and rudimentary in the way that they come across. Listen to like a couple dozen blackgaze records and you're gonna hear a lot of these same ideas. Are they beautiful? Do they still come across in a way that can invoke some emotion, especially in the context they're added? Absolutely, but I think this is Harakiri for the Sky's worst record with riff writing. As usual, their production is pretty middle of the road. It's not amazing, it's not terrible. They find a good middle ground of swirling soundscapes, which I do enjoy, and they do pay heed to blending heaviness and softness in a way that doesn't feel like a huge imbalance. I'm going to be honest, this just feels like a Harakiri for the Sky record, but dragged on too long. Like everything that you have come to expect with these throttling blast beats and these twisting syncopated guitar rhythms and chord progressions and dissensions into these amazing atmospheric breakups and these throaty black metal screams that can sometimes border on like post-hardcore at times. That's always been something I've liked, is how Harakiri for the Sky has a habit of sort of interlacing these hardcore ideas very subtly, and unless you pay very close attention, you're probably not going to get that. This is one of those cases as well where I think the singles are the most standout tracks on this record. I think they're the most fleshed out, and if you look at them, they're also some of the ones that lie on the quote-unquote shorter side. I'm not a big fan of how this record ends either. Even though I'm not a big fan of how it starts, I'm definitely not a fan of how it ends. Considering this send-off just seems so on the nose, it seems just so obvious that they're trying to do this send-off with this massive crescendo where they're at the top of the plateau and they're about to free dive off. It just seems so over the top and unnecessary, and if they just would have made it its own song that tied it all up. This does not feel like I'm reaching the end of an hour and a half long journey. This just feels like a track that could have been put as an interlude in the middle of the album and nothing would have changed. This doesn't feel like an apt closer. This doesn't feel like it reaches that point, and considering that they really had to seal the deal on this, they didn't. I enjoy this record, and I'm not going to say it's below average or even average, because I enjoyed more moments of it than I didn't, but there there just is an issue about how the hell long this thing is and how much they just feel like they are endlessly climbing a winding step of stairs that are just never going to end. It's like this endless ascent into nothing. And many of the tracks, especially around the midway point, just leave me feeling very unfulfilled as a whole. I think this sort of just lies very much around the middle of the road, but slightly above, just because they are one of the better bands to do this style right now. Sonically, they are very consistent. Musically, they are very tight, but I think that this is the type of record. I don't doubt this will be ear candy for people that enjoy blackgaze, but this basic style I think is something that Harakiri is going to have to climb out of to become even better than they already are. I'm going to be giving this album a 6 out of 10. And that is a wrap. Have you heard this new Harakiri for the Sky record, Maere? If you have, let me know in the comment section below what you thought about it. I would love to discuss this record with you. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to join the review family today, and smash that notification bell to be notified of my future uploads. You know who it is, my name is Jay Moore's 3 Review Guy, and I'm signing off saying farewell.